Hi, in this lesson, we'll look at queues. Let's get started. Queues are built like a vector in that they store a list of items. However, unlike a vector, you only have limited access to the items in the list. Think of a queue as a line that you may stand in. Anyone who joins the line joins at the back. The next person in the line is taken from the front. A queue in C++ does just this. You add new items to the back and take items off the front. This makes queues first in, first out. A queue is part of a standard library, but it still needs to be included using an include statement. Use the include statement down below in your programs. Queues can be declared as an empty queue with a variable type, similar to how a new vector or stack is declared. Once declared, they are empty but ready to be added to. As seen below, we create a new int queue and a new string queue. While we will not explore in this course, queues can also be declared and initialized with an existing data structure, such as a vector. Let's take a look at some basic queue functions. Pause the video for a moment and familiarize yourself with the following functions. Similar to stacks, you should notice that the front and pop commands are both needed to access and remove the element from the queue. Front will return the value, and then you use pop to remove it. Unlike stacks, queues do give you access to the last item in the list using the back command. However, there is no way to remove it from the item. Just like stacks, you'll notice that there is a size and an empty function. While it is possible to use size equals 0, this can be streamlined using an empty function. As was the case with stacks, queues are not a data structure to use if you want to iterate through the entire list. Values in a queue cannot be accessed via an index value, and you do not have access to any value in the middle of the queue. Let's take a look at an example for basic queue operations. As you can see, we add 1, 2, 3, but this time, 1 is in the front. Then we pop off the front, and the new front is 2. Then we check if it's empty, and it returns false, since we still have 2 and 3 left in the queue. Next to be removed would be 2 and then 3, just like a line. Let's look at another example. Here, we are adding names in a virtual line using a queue. We will add 4 names: Jessica, Jacob, Jaden, and Jackson. Let's put our 4 names in order. First we add Jessica. Next we enter Jacob. Notice that the name is added below. We continue with Jaden and Jackson. Each time, the new name is added to the back of the list, just like a person is joining a virtual line at the back. Now, let's look at how the names are removed. Jessica got in the line first, so she will be the first to come off the queue. Then goes Jacob. Then Jaden and Jackson. Notice how we access each name in the queue with the front command and then remove the name with the pop command. Once removed, the name is lost, so there is no way to loop through and view each name without removing it entirely in the queue. Now that you've learned about queues, let's get some practice using it in the CodeHS editor.